So continue. So children, we said next one, reading books. Books stamped on the edge. According to some poskim, if book has words or letters stamped on the edge of the pages, it is common with the library books, right? One is forbidden to open or close the book and thereby break apart or combine the letters, parts of the letters. Other poskim, however, permit this, right? It is customary to follow the lenient opinion. Nevertheless, one has another copy of the same book that has no writing on the edge. He should use that one and not the one with writing on the edge. Alternatively, one can avoid the problem by inserting a sheet of paper between the pages before Yom Tov. Then the letters remain broken even when the book is closed. So I'm not sure like how popular today is library books, but many times not many, like sometimes when I come in from Mincha, I pass the library and I see people there. I know people go in, go out. I'm not sure what they're doing there, but library is still open. So I mean, I used to borrow the books from library, right? I don't know why. Okay, they have different books. So and on the edge they would stamp like public library, this and that. So meaning, and here also, so nobody would steal the book, basically, right? So if you have a book in your house and you say it's my book, say no, it's public library. Well, what are you talking about? You understand? So that's what's the stamp. So technically, how it looks, it is stamped on all of the pages, and then you open. Guess what? You break the word, and then you close. You write again. I mean, some poskim say, some poskim no. It's not like that. It was designed this way. It's not like you separate it like so. But they say put a sheet of paper, right, to break to break the pages, and that's it. To break the writing, no problem. I think it's today's not common. Okay. So continue. I'm not sure what they do in the library. Maybe they give like free internet, but these buildings that cost so much money, like maintenance, all of this, librarians, the government pay with all of the benefits, vacations. Continue. Books with torn pages. It is permitted to put together two halves of the torn page, since any torn letter are generally recognizable through looking at the one half of the page, and putting the halves together merely makes it easier to read. One need not be concerned that there is a possibility that the unrecognizable letters, which become legible when the halves are combined. However, if one knows that there are some unrecognizable letters, one may not put two halves together. So, I mean, especially, I think in olden days, the quality of paper was much much worse than today. Today, they do such a good job with this paper. Like, I just look at the cedar. I mean, the book itself is indestructible. I mean, of course, people do tear apart, but like the whole binding, it's like you see there was the threads going through, so it's right, very strong, and plus the pages very strong. It's not easily to rip them apart. But in olden days, it was very easy, right? So you have two halves, right, a corner, right? Have a corner. So if you put together, there is no problem, right? Unless, as he said, you have like to begin with, some letters is unrecognizable, and now in some sense like you writing. So, but another like case the sense you're not combining it exactly together. So just do it a little crooked, like a little off. You still can read, but for sure there is no problem. Next one is very interesting. Combination locks. It is permitted to open a combination lock that has several rotating wheels that require the forming of the word in order to open. Um, and is not considered writing since no letters are being formed and the wheels are previously affixed. So I used to have many years ago. I'm not sure if maybe I still have it. Did I use it? Not use maybe a few times. The combination lock. I think there were like 4 wheels. I think 4, maybe 5. I don't remember. Right, and with the letters, so you can spell some words. I mean, words are easily to remember than numbers. I mean, some people remember the numbers, but anyway, there's no problem turning the wheels. Why? Because they're on a block. They're not like mold. Continue. And actually, any questions before we continue?
Rabbi?
Yes, go ahead.
So in this prohibition of the stamp books, the library.
Mm-hmm.
So if we put a piece of paper, to separate this mark, then we take the book on Shabbos or Yom Tov and we open it, we start reading it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we forget to put the paper back, and we close it. Would it be forbidden for us to open it back again, and just by closing it, would it be Melachah itself?
I mean, there is one lenient opinion that they say that there is no problem to begin with, but which when he said put the sheet of paper or you use another book if you have, I'm not sure how is it, why you would borrow from library one book. Actually, maybe you need 2 copies, maybe, right? Library by me there are many Jewish books, secular and religious. I'm not sure. Yeah, there are many. Okay, so people what they do in order to save money, right? What government do? I'm not sure when they started. I'm not sure when, but you can donate books to the library. So you bought the books, you no longer need them, and they give you like some receipt, and you can write off from taxes, right? Donation. So because I mean, for me it makes sense. I'm not sure that they accept all of the books. Not at least I don't know, but it makes sense because library has to buy books anyway. So people like individually, usually even you read this book 3 times, like it's still in good shape. Nothing wrong with that, right? So if you donate, so man, another 20 and 100 people can read. There is no problem, right? And government saves money. I think it makes sense. So 1 second, that's library books. Yeah. So I mean, we can rely on lenient opinion, but the proper so to leave this sheet of paper like somewhere, like I would say, like bend it, right, and put it between the pages, so it's always separate. It's not sticking out, but it's it's never connected 100%. Or put it like if you read here, put it on closer to the end. Okay. What else? Any other questions?
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
So on this issue of translation of the lulav, also regarding the book stamp on the edge, do we need to put a paper for breaking every letter? Or
No. Only one. I mean, they usually goes from thumb to no, not. I mean, usually they stamp like this on a side. So yeah, only like if you put it like this, for sure you're breaking all of the legs. For sure.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome. Okay, continue.